Imagine a glass of water. It is sitting on a table in front of you. You are not thirsty, so you ignore it. It is just there, available, common, colorless. You know that if you wanted it, you could reach out and take it without any effort. Because it requires no effort, it commands no attention. It commands no respect. Now imagine you're walking through a scorching desert. You have not had a drop to drink in 2 days. Your throat is parched, your lips are cracked, and the sun is beating down on you without mercy. Suddenly you see that same glass of water in the distance. What happens? That common, boring liquid has transformed. It is no longer just water. It is liquid gold. It is life itself. You would kill for it. You would pay any price for it. You would crawl on your hands and knees just to get a taste of it. What changed? The water did not change. Its chemical composition is exactly the same. The glass is the same. The only thing that changed is its availability. In the first scenario, the supply was abundant, so the value was 0. In the second scenario, the supply was scarce, so the value was infinite. This is the fundamental law of economics. And whether you like it or not, it is the fundamental law of human relationships. You are that glass of water. The reason people undervalue you, the reason they ignore your texts, the reason they pass you over for promotions, and the reason they take your love for granted is not because you are not good enough. It is because you are too available. You are flooding the market with your presence. You are always there. You are always saying yes. You are always instantaneous. And because of this, you have become common. You have become background noise. We live in a world that tells us to be present. Show up, they say. Be consistent. Be reliable. While this advice has its place, in the realm of power and desire, it is a death sentence. The more you are seen and heard, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. You must create value through scarcity. Robert Greene's 16th law of power states, use absence to increase respect and honor. This is not just a trick. It is a deep psychological necessity. Human beings are hardwired to desire what retreats from them. We are hunters by nature. We do not value the prey that walks into our mouth. We value the prey that makes us run. When you are constantly available, you deny people the pleasure of hunting you. You deny them the space to miss you. And if they cannot miss you, they cannot love you. Let's dissect why your current strategy of being nice and being there is actually destroying your reputation. You believe that by being constantly available, you are showing loyalty. You think you are proving your worth. But the human brain interprets this differently. The brain uses a mental shortcut called the scarcity heuristic. We automatically assume that things that are rare are valuable and things that are abundant are cheap. Think about gold and copper. Copper is arguably more useful in modern society for electronics and wiring. But gold is thousands of times more expensive. Why? Because gold is rare. It is hard to find. It is hard to extract. If gold were as common as rocks on the ground, we would pave our streets with it, and nobody would wear it as jewelry. When you answer the phone on the first ring every single time, when you clear your schedule the moment someone asks to hang out, when you reply to a text within seconds, you are telling the world, I am copper. I am abundant. I have nothing else going on. My time is cheap, and people treat you like copper. They use you for wiring, but they do not cherish you like a jewel. This dynamic starts early. Think about the nice guy or the nice girl archetype in dating. They are sweet, they are attentive, they are always around. They send good morning texts every day. They buy gifts. They listen to problems for hours. And yet they are almost always placed in the friend zone or dumped for someone who treats their partner with a little more indifference. Why? Because the nice guy creates no tension. There is no mystery. He is a solved puzzle. And a solved puzzle is boring. We put it back in the box and put it on the shelf. The partner who maintains a bit of mystery, who has a life outside of the relationship, who sometimes disappears for a few hours without explanation. This person creates a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. When you withdraw, the other person's mind rushes in to fill that empty space. They start to wonder, where is he? Who is he with? Why isn't he answering? Did I do something wrong? In that moment of wondering, they are thinking about you. You are occupying their mental real estate. And the more they think about you, the more value they attach to you. They are investing energy into the idea of you. By the time you finally reappear, they are relieved. They are happy. The dopamine spike they get from your return is far higher than the flat line of your constant presence. This is the cycle of the sun. Imagine if the sun never set. Imagine if it hung in the sky 24 hours a day, blasting us with heat and light, never giving us a break. We would hate it. We would curse it. It would burn our skin and dry up our oceans. We would build roofs to hide from it. But because the sun sets, because it leaves us in the cold and dark every night, we pray for its return. We celebrate the sunrise. We worship the light because we know the darkness. You must become like the sun. You must learn to set. You must learn to leave people in the cold for a little while, so they can learn to appreciate your warmth. But you are afraid. I know this fear. You are afraid that if you leave, they will forget you. You are afraid that if you don't answer that text immediately, they will find someone else. You are afraid that if you say no to your boss, he will fire you. This fear is the shackle that keeps you a slave. This fear is based on a lie. The truth is, people do not forget what they cannot have. They obsess over it. Look at the world of celebrity. The stars who are constantly on social media, posting what they ate for breakfast, arguing in the comments, doing every interview, they burn out. We get sick of them. They become annoying. But the stars who vanish, the ones who do a movie and then disappear for 2 years, the ones who have no Instagram, no Twitter, they are legends. When they finally speak, the world stops to listen. Their words have weight because they are not wasted. Leonardo da Vinci was known for this. He would accept a commission, start working on it, and then disappear. He would leave the city. He would work on other projects. The patrons, kings and dukes, would go crazy. They would beg him to return. They would offer him more money. When he finally came back to finish the painting, they treated him like a god. If he had stayed and painted every day like a dutiful worker, he would have been treated like a servant. By withdrawing, he reminded them that his genius was not a commodity they could own. It was a gift he chose to bestow. You must apply this to your workplace. If you are the employee who is always available, who answers emails at midnight, who takes on every extra task without complaint, you are not being a team player. You are being a doormat. Your boss subconsciously respects you less. He assumes your time has no value because you give it away so freely. When promotion time comes, they will look at you and think, he's great where he is. He's reliable. We need him in this role. They won't promote you because they don't fear losing you. They know you are not going anywhere. But the employee who has boundaries, the one who leaves at 5 p.m. sharp because he has other commitments, the one who sometimes says, I can't do that right now, my schedule is full, that employee projects value. He projects options. The boss looks at him and thinks, this guy is in demand. If we don't treat him well, he might leave. Fear of loss is a much more powerful motivator than the desire for gain. You must make people fear losing your attention. You must make them fear losing your time. But let us go deeper into the psychology of this. Why does availability breed contempt? It comes down to imagination. When you are always present, people see your reality. They see your flaws. They see your bad habits. They see you when you are tired, when you are cranky, when you are boring. Familiarity breeds contempt because familiarity reveals the ordinary. When you are absent, however, you live in their imagination, and the human imagination is a powerful artist. When you are not there, people tend to idealize you. They remember your best qualities and conveniently forget your worst ones. They paint a picture of you that is far more interesting than the reality. By staying away, you allow this fantasy to grow. You allow yourself to become a myth. In the 12th century, there was a troubadour named Sir Guillaume de Ballon. He was a knight and a poet, and he had a beautiful lover named Madame Guilelma. Their love was perfect, too perfect. They spent every moment together. There was no conflict, no distance, no longing. And soon Sir Guillaume began to feel bored. The passion was dying because the chase was over. He realized that to reignite the fire, he needed to create distance. He needed to simulate a breakup. He started to treat her coldly. He stopped visiting her. When she sent him letters begging to know what was wrong, he did not reply. He let her suffer. He let her wonder. He let her cry. Cruel? Perhaps. But effective? Absolutely. When he finally returned to her, the passion between them exploded with a force they had never known before. The reunion was ecstatic because the separation had been painful. Now, I am not telling you to be abusive. I am telling you to be strategic. There is a fine line, but most of you are so far on the side of availability that you need a drastic correction just to get to the center. You need to understand the law of satiety. When we eat too much of our favorite food, we feel sick. We don't want to see it again for a week. When we hear our favorite song 10 times in a row, we get annoyed. Humans require variation. We require the rhythm of presence and absence. If you are currently feeling undervalued, take a look at your communication patterns. Do you reply to every text within 2 minutes? Do you always answer the phone? Do you say yes to every invitation? Do you over-explain yourself when you can't make it? Do you apologize for taking up space? If you answered yes, you are suffocating your own value. You are throwing pearls before swine. You need to pull back. Withdrawal is a power move. It signals confidence. It signals that you are the protagonist of your own life, not a supporting character in theirs. When you withdraw, you are not being passive. You are being active. You are actively choosing where to direct your energy. Think about a negotiation. The person who is willing to walk away from the table has all the power. The person who must make the deal is the loser. In the negotiation of life, your presence is the deal. If you show that you are willing to walk away, to withdraw your attention, your affection, your labor, you instantly raise your value. But how do you do this without making people hate you? How do you withdraw without seeming arrogant or cold? It is an art form. It requires subtlety. It is not about stomping out of the room and slamming the door. That is childish. That shows emotion. That shows you care too much. True withdrawal is silent. It is mysterious. It is like a fog rolling out to sea. One moment you are there, the next you are gone, and nobody quite saw you leave. You simply become unavailable. You become busy. You become absorbed in your own world. This leads us to the concept of purpose. Man or woman without a purpose is always available because they have nothing better to do. If your only hobby is scrolling through your phone or waiting for your friends to call, you will naturally be too available. But if you have a mission, if you are building a business, learning a language, training your body, mastering a skill, then your unavailability is genuine. You are not faking it. You really are too busy to answer that text. You really do have better things to do than listen to gossip. And people sense this. They sense the weight of your purpose. They respect it. They realize that to get a slice of your time, they have to compete with your mission. And that competition makes you a prize. The most attractive quality in a person is self-sufficiency. When you show the world that you are perfectly content in your own company, that you do not need their validation to survive, you become magnetic. People want to be around those who don't need them. It is a paradox, but it is true. Neediness repels, self-sufficiency attracts. By withdrawing, you force people to step up. If you are always the one initiating plans, always the one carrying the conversation, always the one fixing the problems, you are training people to be lazy. You are carrying the entire weight of the relationship. Stop it. Drop the weight. Step back. See what happens. Does the relationship collapse? If it does, then it was never standing on its own legs anyway. You were propping up a corpse. Let it fall. Or does the other person stumble, look around, and finally step forward to meet you? Do they start calling you? Do they start putting in the effort? Absence is the ultimate filter. It separates the parasites from the partners. It reveals who actually values you and who was just using you because you were convenient. You have spent your life trying to earn love by giving more. I am telling you to earn respect by giving less. It is time to turn off the tap. It is time to let the desert dry up. It is time to let them feel the thirst. In the next part of this analysis, we are going to get practical. I am going to teach you exactly how to execute a strategic withdrawal. We will talk about the timing, when to leave and when to return. We will talk about how to cultivate an aura of mystery, and we will discuss how to use absence to recover from a bad first impression. You have been the water in the glass for too long, stagnant, available, ignored. It is time to become the water in the desert. Are you ready to disappear so that you can truly be seen? So, you have accepted the diagnosis. You are too available. You are the water in the glass, and nobody is thirsty. Now, we must administer the cure. We must learn the art of strategic withdrawal. This is not about being petty. This is not about playing games like a child who hides to see if anyone will look for him. This is about reclaiming your sovereignty. It is about understanding that your presence is a currency, and you have been spending it like a drunken sailor. Now, we are going to start investing it. The first rule of strategic withdrawal is leave on a high note. Most people leave when things get bad. They leave an argument when they are angry. They leave a party when it gets boring. They leave a relationship when it is dead. This is weak. This leaves a bad aftertaste. When you leave at a low point, people are relieved to see you go. Finally, they think, the negative energy is gone. The master of power does the opposite. You must leave when you are most enjoyed. You must leave when the conversation is fascinating. You must leave when the laughter is loudest. You must end the date when the chemistry is peaking. Why? Because human memory is flawed. We do not remember the duration of an experience. We remember the peak and the end. If you stay at the party until 3 a.m., when everyone is tired and the music has stopped, that is how they will remember you, tired and overstayed. But if you leave at 11 p.m., right when the party is exploding, you freeze that moment in their minds. You become associated with the peak. They will say, where is he going? It was just getting good. They will want more. And wanting more is the definition of desire. This applies to texting. Stop replying until the conversation dies a natural, awkward death. Stop sending the last emoji. End the conversation when it is interesting. I have to run, talk later. Boom, gone. You leave them staring at the screen, wishing they could say one more thing. That unfulfilled desire is what keeps you in their head. The second rule is, do not explain. This is where most of you fail. You feel guilty for withdrawing, so you offer excuses. Sorry, I haven't been around. I've been so busy with work and my cat is sick. And stop. You are ruining the mystery. When you explain your absence, you make it mundane. You make it about circumstances, not about choice. True power is silent. When you withdraw, simply withdraw. Let them wonder why. Is he seeing someone else? Did he get a big promotion? Is he angry? Is he traveling? The human mind hates uncertainty. It will try to fill in the blanks. And usually, the story they invent in their head is far more impressive than the reality. Let them invent a life for you that is full of intrigue. If someone asks, where have you been? Do not give a detailed report. Smile and say, oh, just busy with life. Focus, that is it. Vague, mysterious, confident. You owe no one an itinerary of your existence. The third rule is the pattern interrupt. People undervalue you because you are predictable. They know exactly when you will call. They know exactly what you will say. You are a sitcom rerun. You need to shock the system. If you are the one who always texts first in the morning, stop. Do not text for 3 days. If you are the one who always organizes the Friday night plans, stop. Do not make a plan. Let Friday come and go in silence. If you are the one who always fixes the problems at work, step back. Let the problem sit there. Let someone else panic. This sudden change in behavior creates a crisis of value. People will think, wait, I thought he would always be here. What happened? This shock forces them to reevaluate your worth. They realize that your presence was not a guarantee. It was a privilege. And now that the privilege has been revoked, they panic. They start to chase. When they reach out, and they will reach out, do not go back to your old ways immediately. If you return to being a doormat the moment they snap their fingers, you have taught them nothing. You have only taught them that if they wait long enough, you will break. When you return, you must be different. You must be cooler. You must be slower. You must show them that the terms of the relationship have changed. You are no longer the eager puppy waiting by the door. You are the cat who walks in when he pleases. This brings us to the concept of economic scarcity. In economics, when the supply of a product drops, the price goes up. You must artificially lower the supply of you. Look at your phone. It is a leash. It is a device that allows other people to interrupt your life whenever they want. They send a notification, and you obey like a trained dog. You check it. You reply. You are their servant. Turn off your notifications, all of them. Check your messages on your schedule, not theirs. Maybe you check at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m., that's it. If someone texts you at 12:05 p.m., they wait until 6 p.m. But what if it's an emergency? If it is an emergency, they will call. If they are texting, it is not an emergency. It is boredom. By delaying your response, you send a powerful sub-communicative message. My time is occupied. My reality is more important than my virtuality. I am not sitting here waiting for you. This builds respect. People respect those who respect their own time. If you answer instantly, you are saying, my time is worthless. If you answer later, you are saying, my time is expensive. Now let's address the fear. What if they leave? This is the fear that keeps you weak. If I don't text her back, she will lose interest. If I don't do this favor for my boss, he will fire me. Let me tell you the dark truth. They are more likely to leave you because you are boring and suffocating than because you are distant. But let's say they do leave. Let's say you pull back, you stop initiating, and the relationship just dissolves. They never reach out. They never ask where you are. Congratulations, you have just saved yourself years of wasted time. You have discovered that the relationship was a one-way street. You were the engine, the fuel, and the driver. They were just a passenger. Strategic withdrawal is the ultimate filter. It clears the dead wood from your forest. It hurts to see them go, yes, but it is better to walk alone than to drag a corpse. Those who stay, those who double their effort to reach you, those who ask, is everything okay? Those who start to treat you with more consideration. These are the ones worth keeping. You have renegotiated the contract. You have established that you are a prize to be won, not a free sample to be taken. But be warned, absence is a drug. Used correctly, it creates desire and respect. Used too much, it creates resentment and apathy. If you disappear for too long, people will eventually move on. They will find a new source of water. They will forget you. The law of absence works in a cycle. Presence, then absence. Engagement, then withdrawal. Think of it like music. Music is not just sound. It is the space between the sounds that gives it rhythm. If you just mash all the keys on a piano constantly, it is noise. It is a headache. But if you play a note and then pause, that pause creates tension. The listener waits for the next note. You must become the rhythm. Give them your warmth. Be charismatic. Be helpful. Be loving. And then pull back. Go to your sanctuary. Focus on your mission. Let them feel the cold. Then return. Bring the sun back. This push and pull is the heartbeat of all seductive relationships. It is the dynamic of life itself. Finally, you must internalize the mindset of the sovereign. A king does not beg his subjects for attention. A king does not worry if the courtiers like him. He is occupied with the affairs of the state. He has a purpose higher than social validation. When you build a life that you are genuinely obsessed with, when you are building your body, your bank account, your mind, your legacy, you won't have to pretend to be unavailable. You will be unavailable. That is the ultimate level. When you are so focused on your own path that you genuinely forget to check your phone. When you are so engrossed in your work that you genuinely don't care if they invited you to the party. That authentic scarcity is magnetic. People can smell it. They know you are not faking it. They know you are going places, and they will run to catch up with you. They will want to be part of your movie because your movie is actually going somewhere. So, here is your mission for the next week. Pick one person or one group that you feel is undervaluing you. Execute a strategic withdrawal. Stop initiating. Stop validating. Stop being the first to speak. Retreat into the shadows. Watch them. Observe their reaction. Do not break. Do not give in to the anxiety. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. You will see the dynamic shift. You will see the power return to your hands. You will see their eyes searching for you in the room. And when you finally decide to grace them with your presence again, do it on your terms. You are not a backup plan. You are not a convenience. You are the event. And events are not open 24/7. Events are limited time only. Scarcity creates value. Absence creates desire. Be the ghost they hunt. Be the star they watch. Be the gold they dig for. Make yourself scarce and watch your value rise.